Pause right here. This frame freezes now. August 10th has arrived carrying a supernatural script rewrite that will transform your entire storyline. The cosmic director just adjusted the camera angle on your existence, and what unfolds next has been in divine post-production since your very first whispered prayer. This moment isn't random content crossing your timeline. This is your starring role audition with destiny itself, where Heaven's cinematography department aligns perfectly with your deepest need. Can you sense that atmospheric shift, like the charged air before a thunderstorm breaks, before the director calls action on the most pivotal scene of your life? That electric tension isn't coincidence. That is the Holy Spirit orchestrating your breakthrough sequence, positioning every element for what happens when you step through this spiritual portal. Angels have been working behind the scenes like a production crew preparing for your close-up moment. Every click that brought you here, every seemingly random scroll, has been choreographed by divine intelligence. The algorithm didn't find you. Your destiny located you with pinpoint precision, cutting through the noise of a million voices to deliver this message directly to your spirit. You have been living like a background actor in your own epic story, haven't you? Standing in the shadows while others claim center stage, watching from the sidelines as opportunities pass by like missed auditions. But the lens has been focused on you this entire time, capturing every tear, every struggle, every moment you thought you were invisible to build the most incredible comeback narrative heaven has ever produced. Those 3 a.m. conversations with your ceiling have been recorded in heaven's archives. The raw footage of your authentic self, stripped of daytime performance, crying out for breakthrough in the darkness. I see you practicing strength you don't possess, rehearsing confidence that feels foreign on your tongue, perfecting the art of appearing fine when everything inside screams for rescue. The morning routine where you apply hope like makeup, covering the exhaustion left by another sleepless night wrestling with uncertainty. The way you edit every text message multiple times, terrified that your real voice might expose the magnitude of your pain. You have become a method actor so committed to the role of having it together that you have forgotten who you actually are beneath the character. I watch you scroll through social media like reviewing movie trailers for lives you wish you could live. Everyone else's existence appears perfectly edited while yours feels like rough cuts that never made it to the final version. The comparison cinema where you are always the underperforming sequel to someone else's blockbuster success story. Your relationships exist in different genres now. Silent dramas where words hang unspoken between you and the people who should know you best. Family scenes that feel more like ensemble casting where everyone remembers their lines, but nobody understands the plot. Love stories that ended mid-sentence, leaving you wondering if you will ever be cast as the lead in your own romance again. Professional life resembles being an extra watching others get promoted to starring roles you auditioned for in your dreams. Those corporate corridors where you feel like you are reading from the wrong script, delivering lines that don't match your true character. Bank statements that remind you that struggle doesn't buy happiness, but it doesn't purchase much else either. But here is what you haven't seen from your limited camera angle. I have been directing every scene, including the ones that felt like disasters. Those closed doors weren't script errors. They were protecting you from productions that would have destroyed your character development. The delays weren't divine mistakes. They were perfect timing, coordinating your entrance with heaven's master schedule. What appears as failure in your rough cut becomes essential footage in the final masterpiece. Every rejection letter was redirecting you toward the role you were born to play. The painful sequences weren't punishment scenes. They were character development, expanding your range for the performance that will inspire millions. I have been adjusting the lighting throughout your story. The dark chapters weren't divine abandonment. They were contrast, making the bright scenes more brilliant when they arrive. You cannot create a powerful narrative without shadows to define the illumination that is coming. The waiting periods felt like endless intermissions, but they were preparation time. While you thought nothing was happening, heaven's writers were developing plot twists that will take your breath away. The silence wasn't empty space. It was the pause before the crescendo, the held note before the symphony explodes into its most beautiful movement. Your casting wasn't a mistake. Every trait you considered a character flaw is exactly what this role demands. Your sensitivity isn't weakness. It is your supernatural ability to connect with wounded hearts. Your struggles aren't disqualifications. They are your credentials for ministering to others walking through identical scenes. The separation you have experienced wasn't random editing. It was strategic, removing characters and storylines that would have limited your range. The isolation prepared you for influence. The rejection cleared your schedule for the acceptance that will redefine your entire industry. Now the scene changes dramatically. The music swells. Your breakthrough sequence begins rolling. This is where the protagonist stops retreating and starts advancing, where survival mode transforms into success mode, where your victim story becomes your victory story. Watch how doors that remained locked for years suddenly swing open effortlessly. The favor of God is rewriting the access codes to opportunities you have been pursuing. What seemed permanently denied is about to be freely granted. These aren't doors you will force open through effort. They will respond to divine authorization working ahead of you. Financial breakthrough is approaching like dawn breaking over a long night. The poverty scenes were character development, but abundance is your true genre. Resources you never imagined are being redirected toward your vision. Investors you haven't met are receiving divine instructions to fund your future. Relationships that ended with unresolved tension will find their redemption arc. Hearts that have been in separate scenes will share the same frame again. The love story you thought concluded is entering its most beautiful chapter. Family connections that seemed permanently severed are about to be restored with supernatural healing. Your body will respond to divine direction like a trained performer hitting every mark perfectly. The healing scenes will be more dramatic than any sickness sequence you have endured. Physical restoration becomes your most powerful testimony footage, demonstrating that the Creator who designed your frame knows exactly how to repair and renew it. Career advancement arrives like a director finally recognizing your true talent. The position you were born to fill is opening, and this time you will not question whether you are qualified. Your name is about to be in lights, but the glory will point toward heaven. The stage is being prepared for your starring performance. Stop accepting extra roles in your own existence. Step into the spotlight of your calling with confidence. The script has been rewritten, the lighting adjusted, the camera positioned. You are the undisputed lead actor in this next chapter, and every scene will showcase your authentic purpose. Release control of the storyline and trust the director who has never missed a single frame of your journey. Stop trying to improvise when you should be following the perfect script already written. Your breakthrough genre is changing from tragedy to triumph, from struggle to supernatural success. This is your action sequence where everything transforms. The final take begins now, and this time you will deliver every line with conviction because you finally understand the character you were created to embody. The cameras are rolling on your comeback story. Write 777 below to confirm you are ready for your close-up moment. This number signals divine completion, the final marker before your transformation sequence begins. 777 declares that you are prepared to receive everything heaven has been preparing for this exact moment. The waiting is over. Your breakthrough just called action. August 10th marks the beginning of your greatest performance, and the world is about to witness what happens when heaven's perfect timing collides with a surrendered heart ready to step into their starring role.